listen, this right there is one of that's pretty. You can't get much prettier than that, can you? That's what we're looking for. Look at it. You know, you can do the whole car right over there, like that. It's pretty you try to get it. And then when you get into it, when someone comes along and does something like that, you know what I mean? So pretty, isn't it? That's pretty, baby. Then you expect all the wall to be like that, you know, once you get that, once you get there, and then you'll understand when you come to a point when it's so pretty that you can't, you know, like, you see other stuff on it, don't look good. That's a hard point for me when we first started to see it. It's hard. It's really hard to walk. Hard to walk. It'll get better, but you know what problem now when you see that welding you put on there. You can do a whole car like that. Wow. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. pretty. Oh, yeah. Come in and take a closer look at this. Come in and take a closer look at this. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. That sort of stuff right there. Like, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's what we're looking for. Beautiful. Just love it. Beautiful. Good little spot there. Now that she's catching on, wow, like she knows how sexy you can put a weld on, you know. She's welding panels. Not a warp. Not a nothing in that panel. She's welding all the way around there. She's not touched that anywhere. Beautiful. Perfect. Couldn't ask any better. And the next time she comes in, because there's another one on the other side to do, I'm doing a little filling on the front right now. But as she's done this, fantastic. And that tells me, and that tells Jolene, that anybody can do that. Can they not? Like, I mean, do you feel that way? Like, if you sat down and went to it, anybody can do that. So, beautiful. Well done. She's getting first place tonight. Beautiful. There's not a wrinkle, not a warp, not a nothing in that. And I can wipe that off. It's beautiful. We're going to take our time and do the bottom. Well, that's when you can lay on your back and do that. I generally like to take it off and turn it upside down, like on the door skin. On the door of the 40, I would turn it upside down and weld the door because the heat will go up and then there's no warpage. But as we have this on there, we're going to do it slowly, a little bit at a time, maybe both sides. We'll do that side and this side at the same time and make the heat hardly any at all, and then we'll weld it up just where it's at, and then we pull it off, it fits. Excellent job, Jolene. Excellent. And ground off the fender skirt that Jolene has welded on. And what I've done is on the ends here, I ground off a weld, and on the ends I made it fit, put a little piece of round rod in there, and I cut it like I said I would. Very happy with Jolene's welding. Like, that's just a rolled piece of metal trying to pull itself off. She didn't put enough heat to it to ruin it, and now we have something. The fender skirt's in place. We come along the back here. I took the knee pads off too early. Come around the back here. I welded got a piece of round rod and a piece of metal and welded on this edge to finish this flat edge going along here. We squared it off, and then that's what we did with the fender skirt. We squared that off. The fender skirts are not staying on the car. Well, they are staying on the car, but they are going to be removable, and we'll probably throw a nut and bolt on this end, maybe a nut and bolt on this end up here, maybe a pin or two, or we might put the locks in if we can get them, or if we find something. But right now, at the present moment, the fender skirt is on, and it's looking the way it should look. What I'm doing right now is I keep looking at it down, back, forth, all around to see the other one that we're putting on. I'm having a little harder time on this one. You know, I went quicker on the washers. I just grabbed the washers, went plunk, 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 nailed all the washers on, ran the round rod on it, and then I made a pattern. This side here, I'm kind of working in what they call that a closet, I guess, and it's harder to work. But I've got this one on. But what I had to do, or what I'm doing at the present moment, I wanted to try to make it look exactly like the other side.
And what I mean by the other side, I want the fender skirt to fit good down here. I want it to be the same distance on the wheel, height of the wheel, and I want it to come around the same distance here, and I've got it marked. We've got to trim this axis off like we did on the other fender skirt, but we're coming along nicely. Now that one there, it's hard to believe that one there, it played me for a little bit. Everything didn't want to work, but you can see how nice that is, how nice a job she did. You know, it's all welded up, fits the car. It'll stay there until we fill it out. We're moving right along. So tonight or tomorrow, Jolene's going to get geared up. She's going to weld that fender skirt up on the other side. And then maybe tomorrow I can show you how I did the ends to make it work. That's what we can do. We can do the ends and make it work. We might even throw some mud on tomorrow. On the fender skirts, that is. We might even do that, not sure. But we're just cruising along, just like we was yesterday. The fender skirt was a simple thing, just rolled the metal through the roller and went over and applied it. We had enough metal for 2 fender skirts, that was nice. The shears calved on me as I got almost done. And that's how it's going. The fender skirts are bringing another level to this car. I really enjoy it. As I'm making these fender skirts, I think anybody could realize they can make a fender skirt for anything, or I feel they should. I feel they should. You know? Very happy with it. Very happy with it. You can show it up close there, Jolene, how well the job you did. You know, I didn't worry about any of the grinding on top of the round rod yet because I haven't got the fender skirt off yet. I am not going to take the fender skirt. I'm not going to grind that, excuse me, grind that edge until it comes off. And I will know that we're grinding it down to the round rod when we take it off because that's where the body line is. And that's how it's going to be done. I was asking Jolene this morning, think we should make some front fender skirts for it? Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. But anyways, that's what we're doing. And that's all we can tell you. You know? Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. And I know it's good because I'm happy. I'm happy. What's today? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Where we put the fender skirts on, Jolene has thrown another rock in the bucket, so getting it primed by we'll see what happens, baby. We'll see what happens. But we'll just keep working along on it every day, and one day it'll be done and we'll be on to the next one. And that's what we'll be. We'll be on to the next one. So as the present moment goes, I'm going to finish cutting and shearing the bottom off, trying to get it look the same. Jolene's going to put the welding helmet, and weld the fender skirt on. I'm going to go up to the front where I was here yesterday, and I'm going to finish. I got it mudded in here a little bit. All I have to do is finish this grill shell here, and we'll be done with that. I know, as you come here and take a look at this, I know, as you see that fender skirt, and I know as you see that fender skirt, it's not warped. It looks really nice. I could grind it up so it looks really, really, really sharp. But I still will flood it out with mud to make it fit the car, to put that surface on. I still flood it out. I even flooded that out, and that piece there was nothing wrong with that, and I flooded this out. But you have to remember, I've welded on this edge, 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 that edge, this edge. And if I've welded there is room for failure of some sort, and that's why I'm flooding it. I can't just come in and do a little bit. Once you do a little bit, you have to do it all. That's the way it rolls. So when you come back and see this fender skirt, and I have mudded the whole thing, there'll be mud on that whole fender skirt when I'm done, close to it. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I want it to fit this fender the best it can fit it. So what I do is I'll fill them together, and I'll flood the surface on this so it fits the fender perfectly. And that's what we'll do, and that I can't help it, but that's the way it'll be. And we'll do the exact same thing to the other side. That fender skirt will have mud on it, and it has not got one more finish, but I would still cover it because of the welds and to make it fit me. And that's what I'm doing with the auto body filler. Nothing but making it fit better and getting it ready for paint, you know. But we're going to keep on cruising, and that's what we're doing. So tomorrow, I'll show you how I'm cutting that, doing them ends, cutting them in, and maybe show you what it looks like with both fender skirts on. Have a good Tuesday, everybody.